The first time I saw a trailer for this movie, I thought, wow, that subtitle is stupid. But then I watched the movie and I thought, wow, that subtitle is stupid. The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It is the third movie in this franchise following Ed and Lorraine Warren, who are two paranormal investigators who are tackling a demonic possession case. But this time there's a sinister twist involved. Now, I love horror movies, especially those that leave this lasting impression on my psyche. So with that, let's dive into the good about this movie. One thing I liked was that there were these very effective jump scares that weren't accompanied by obnoxiously loud sound bites. Usually in horror movies, you'll have a scary scene where a character is walking and the sound mix is drowned out to an absolute zero, and then a hand reaches out and touches the main character on their shoulder, and it turns out it was their friend or something. And what I love about this franchise is that they still have those, but they serve a purpose. For instance, you know the character's in mortal danger because every single jump scare will feature a demon or a ghost or whatever that causes physical pain. Now, in the case of this movie, not only did they bring that down to a minimum, they utilized my favorite horror movie trope, which is the unsettling scare, where you see a character walking in a room and behind them you'll see something moving. I love this stuff because as a filmmaker, you've earned the right to scare the hell out of me with that jump scare. And the jump scares in this are very effective. The story itself is very twisted and intriguing, and it's not just another haunted house movie. There are elements here of a police procedural mixed in with a heavy dose of mystery and horror. Right from the opening scene, the movie sets the tone for the type of film you're going to be watching. And it keeps its pacing pretty tight and well-rounded. This movie really is about the relationship between Ed and Lorraine Warren, the two main characters. There are stakes set where Ed's health is failing him, and this causes Lorraine to do a lot of the legwork, which at several points puts her in mortal danger. So with all that said, let's get into the bad about this movie. I still prefer The Conjuring 2 to this film, and throughout the whole franchise, that's my favorite because of its villain. The villain in this movie was very one-dimensional and unintimidating. And while there are some scary scenes in this film involving the bad guy, by the end of the movie, you're left wondering why they chose to go this route when they had some great villains in the previous films. For instance, you could just give the villain some tragic backstory or some kind of deeper motivation to help you feel for them and give them a little more depth as a character. The side characters in this film are very flat and you know next to nothing about them. They give them maybe a line or two of character development and a blurb about their goals and dreams, but that's about it. Like, nothing to latch onto. And when certain characters die, you can't mourn for them because you didn't care about them. Maybe one of them is pregnant, she's trying to protect her baby, or the one guy's trying to protect his family. That way their sacrifices serve more of a purpose. I think by the end I felt like this movie had some great scenes and I felt really connected to the two main characters. The plot wasn't as sinister as I wanted it to be, and considering this is the third Conjuring movie, you'd expect the writers to up the ante a bit. The side characters in this just weren't interesting, and the only other connective thread that was holding this film together was the way the horror itself was constructed. So taking all of this into consideration, I'm giving The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It a 6 out of 10. Thank you everyone for watching once again. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. I'll see you in the next one.